it's Megan. I'm finally back with another scent review. I've been a little lax on those again. It happens all the time. But this one is for a kerosene fragrance. This is Woodhaven. So it comes like this. This is one of the scents that I have on the Essential Beauty website. And it's made by John Pegg. Kerosene is in Detroit, so it's American made. And he actually hand makes these bottles. They're painted with automobile paint, and then he also makes the very cool labels. So I don't know, I think Kerosene has some of the best packaging out there. And it is a spray bottle like this. It's $140 for what, 3.4 ounces. And it was created in 2012. So how would we describe it? If you don't like woody notes, then this scent is not for you. Woodhaven is wood, and more wood. The initial kick opens up with tangy grapefruit and citrus, quickly followed with spices of pepper and warm ginger. The scent is reminiscent of wood doused with spices and left in the Gobi Desert to be long forgotten. So the notes are bergamot, tangy grapefruit, lemon, black pepper, pink peppercorns, juniper leaf, ginger root, vetiver, cider, and gaiac wood. And how does it really smell? So when I first spray it on, and I've been wearing it a little bit over an hour, I get citrus. Citrus is a note that I used to hate. I mean, I really hated it for a long time. And now for the past year or so, I love citrus. So for me, that's not a bad thing. I love the fact that I initially get that burst of grapefruit and lemon, and I get a little bit of cedar too, but not a lot. This is definitely on me initially a citrusy touch of pepper, not really ginger yet, not really, just a little bit of cedar, a little bit of wood, no juniper yet. It's citrus. But this is one of those fragrances on me that changes so much and so dramatically after about 15 minutes, and then again after about an hour, and it just continues to evolve. And it gets increasingly warm, and I get more of that burning ginger. I get more of the wood. The citrus, I don't want to say it fades exactly, but it just kind of balances out with some pepper and some wood, and more things start going on than when I first spray it. And there is a slight bitterness to it. So the bergamot, you know, is kind of a citrusy scent. That's what gives Earl Grey tea that distinctive bitter citrus kick. And I can definitely also feel that warming up over time as I wear it. And it does almost have like a burning tea thing going on. Although there is no incense, there is no smoke in this scent whatsoever, it warms up to the point where I kind of start feeling like I should be burning something. Something wood, of course. And I was curious because I wasn't big on unisex fragrances until about a year ago, and this is definitely a unisex fragrance. This is the kind of thing that kind of a more masculine guy is gonna wear. It's not at all feminine, it's not at all floral. It's kind of a rough, tough, but polished, edgy kind of a scent. But you can also see a girl who's kind of a little rough, tough, and edgy, and a little unisex, just really diving into this scent and just loving it. And I'm not that at all, and I still love it. And what got me kind of intrigued is, since I was never looking at unisex fragrances, vetiver was never a scent I went for. I was going for the rose and, you know, all the girly, I don't know, I've always liked amber and ouds and stuff, but I didn't do vetiver very much. So what I learned is this. It is an essence from the Eastern Asian weed grass, Vetiver zizanoi, that falls under the wood category. Thanks to its, now here we get to the good things that describe this fragrance. Musty, yeah, it does have a slight mustiness to it. Dry, yeah, the wood left in the desert, that kind of dried out, aged wood scent, yeah, that actually happens after about a half an hour. Woody, yes. Bitter chocolate, not smelling the bitter chocolate. Smoke, facets. This is just a touch, like if someone's blowing a little bit of smoke in your face, but it's not really in the air kind of smoke. They say it's very popular in niche perfumery and masculine fragrances. And the thing that got me was this description, Guerlain-esque, leathery, ambery darkness in the dry down. Ooh, I like that. The other words I got were aromatic verdancy, fragrant rootiness, subtle refreshing citrusness, enjoyable earthiness, woodiness, and they all fit the fragrance. But let's just take a step back for a second, because now I'm describing a scent that I think is more complex than this one is. This one is not a super complex scent. This one has its elements, and it warms up and becomes more burning. You know, a lot of the kerosene fragrances have that warmth to them, probably because John Peg lives in Detroit, which is a cold, cold city. You get that kind of subtle warmth, like you're kind of cuddled up in a blanket when you wear a lot of these fragrances. But this is not one of the more complex kerosene fragrances. This is definitely, I don't want to say light, but because it's a burning, rich lightness, but it definitely has a simplicity, a classic feel to it. And the other thing that I thought was really interesting about vetiver is that it can't be synthetically made. So you're actually getting a natural element. And I always like the natural elements. I mean, the pepper in this is very soft and muted. The ginger smells more like an essential oil, which when I smell essential oil from ginger, it has just a really rich burning warmth and a softness, a subtlety. When I smell the powder version, it's dusty, it's a little over the top, it's a little harsh and astringent. And so this has that kind of muted, beautiful, well-rounded depth in the fragrance, as opposed to anything acidic, harsh, too much. So vetiver is native to South India, Indonesia, and Sri Lanka. It's in Reunion, the Philippines, Comoro Islands, Japan, West Africa, and South America. The oil is mainly produced in Java, Haiti, and Reunion. So we're also getting kind of this Indies, Far East, African kind of feel to it. A little bit exotic, but again, not overly complex. So you get that exoticism, that warmth, that wood, that citrus, but we're talking about something you could wear both in the summertime and the wintertime. I mean, it's definitely more of a winter scent in some sense, but I feel like it's actually more citrusy on me when it's cold out. This is odd. And more burning wood depth when it's warm out. And there's probably some kind of a chemical reason for that, which I don't understand, with the heat affecting the oils in the perfume. But anyway, I don't know. So that's what I have to say about this. Not at all floral. Beautiful scent. Really love it. It's one of my favorites of the kerosene fragrances, but not quite as all wood as I thought some of the descriptions would lead me to believe, or at least on me with my body chemistry. Anyway, I'd love to hear thoughts, suggestions, comments, and please subscribe on YouTube. It does help me a lot. Thanks.